It says I'm live. I'm live here. I'm live here, but it doesn't show that I'm live on here, so what happened? Let's see what's going on. Okay. Hopefully we're live here. I'm not seeing it. Okay, now it shows that we're watching. Anyway, finally got that straightened out, hopefully. But tornado warning here for just south west of Mobile, Alabama. And thought we were on live for a while, but apparently I didn't have it something set, so it wasn't on. But this storm, as you can see, let's get it over here, had a very impressive velocity signature. It looks like now it has finally backed off a little bit, but I'd still be careful. It's definitely still wrapped up around the radar. Let's go to the velocity, reflectivity, and let's see if I can, how do I back this up frame by frame, advance it. I'm going to go out a little ways and look at this. Let's see if I hold down on that. Okay, this is how. So this is what it looked like, and right about here, it had a very classic hook echo on it. Right in here is where it was definitely. Maybe I'll back it up a scan or two. Right there. Definitely was very curled up, classic hook echo. So if I switch over to velocities here, let me go ahead and change this to velocities, and then I'll hold down on that. So that's how this works. So now you can see what it looked like way back here. This thing started to curl and wrap, and then the tornado warning was on it. It used to extend way down here. Now they've changed the tornado warning box to be shorter, but they had a tornado warn pretty early, and you can see just had a really tight coupling on it. Now there was an observed tornado with this storm. Definitely was an observed tornado. Let's go ahead and click on the warning and see what the new warning says. Yes, a confirmed tornado was located 6 miles south of Mobile Regional Airport. It was moving northeast at 25 miles per hour. So that was the situation. I got the warning on my computer. It took me a little while to get up and going, but I wanted to get up and cover this. Now we're going to go frame by frame and just look, see how strong it was coming through here. So I don't know if there's any video out there, but it looked like it went through some residential neighborhood here. Not good. But this is a very highly populated area, so it was tracking its way. Still had a very tight couplet right there, and you can see the hook on velocities coming into Dawes Cottage Park, and I think this is about where it started. Still had a tight couplet coming in. Then it began to let off. So that was what it was. Definitely the area is still primed right now for lots of activity. Now we're going to be watching this throughout the day in case we need to continue to go live. Now earlier this morning over here by Moss Point, there was a couple potential tornadoes over there earlier today. So we'll just keep watching this a little bit, but definitely kind of some amazing things happening with this stuff. And this is the in-between day. Yesterday was a decent day. Definitely was a nice tornado present, but tomorrow looks to be a big day. We're already dropping tornadoes on the day before the day. So, see, I saw Freddie was in the chat. Said he is on his way down. Let's see here. Go ahead. Makes a lot of sense. So I was planning to go myself, but I have a commitment on Sundays that I need to keep, and was not able to get out of it. So let's look offshore. So there might be some more action actually as we look offshore. We can see some pretty strong storms that are going to be making their way up into the Mobile Bay, and as they get on shore, even in this bay, you could get a water spout. Some of these lakes down here. Let's go ahead and look at the velocities on. So you can even see offshore here. We got some. They're starting to rotate out there. So a place you could hang out and potentially see a water spout. But that's what we have. Seems like things have calmed down now a little bit around Mobile. We'll just stay on here for a little bit in case this storm that is still on velocities has a pretty good wrap around it. Let's go ahead and watch it on reflectivity. Let's see what this storm does as it moves into Mobile. So we'll just stay locked on this for a little bit. Appreciate you joining us in here real quick, you weather guys. Mazat, Mr. Twister, Chris's weather, Virginia, how you doing? Hope you guys are having a good day today. Let's see if this is here real quick, you weather guys. Mazat, Mr. Okay, that was the situation. Very curled up. How do I turn that down? Let me get it back up to live. That's a new one for me. Handful of handsomeness. How you doing today? Appreciate you joining here. So I decided to jump on real quick. Can tell you the reason why if you're just joining. Let's go ahead and go back to velocities, and we're going to extend this out 21 frames and give you an idea of what this storm looked like as it rocked its way in. Definitely for a while had a nice tight couplet with a confirmed tornado. Still waiting for the word out on that. So that's what it looked like. Just pretty good. Pretty good representation there. Okay. Anyway, this is the storm that's moving through Mobile right now, and this is what it looked like earlier as it went through Union Church and this residential area here. Look at the rotation on this storm. So there was a observed tornado. So, and it was tornado warned clear back here previously. This box up here, they shortened it later. Then as it tracked up to the northeast through Union Church. I don't know if there's any video of it out there. I haven't had a chance to check that out, but still a nice coupling on the storm as it's now, as it was in between Union Church and Dawes. And then just before Dawes, I think, is where it begins. Nope, still a couple more scans. Still likely had a tornado as it crossed Dawes Road, moving its way pretty much straight towards Cottage Park and Estates. Then, thankfully, the next scan looks like tornado would have potentially lifted just before coming into Cottage Park and Dawes, and now the storm is well up the way. By the way, I have not. Let's go back and look at, got an idea. Let's we're going to go down here and look at coalition coefficient to see what we can see. We'll go back 21. So let me zoom out here a little bit, see if there was anything that it was picking up. Not seeing a lot, but we're going to look. Well, right here is potentially where looks like there could have been some debris right here as it's crossing Grand Bay, Wilbur Road south, and then continues to be potentially some debris here that it had picked up. So that's pretty good signature there as it went through Union Church. You can see some debris there, kind of continues to go on. So not 100% with that, but potentially lofting some debris there. So that's as it went through Union Church. Now we can, let's see, that went right through Union Church there. Boom. Let's see what it looked like. Let's go ahead and switch it over to velocities, and then back it up here. So there you have it. That's what it looked like when it went through Union Church. Right there. And that matches up with that coalition coefficient which is a signature there. So likely there was some debris flying around, I'm guessing, through Union Church. Union Church Des, or however you say that. Union Church. Union Church. So anyway, hopefully everybody took cover. Everybody stayed safe. But there was likely a tornado today in that part, just south, just a little bit southwest of Union Church. Must have been a tornado on the ground. Clear down here, it formed. You can see the inflow wrapping up, causing a couplet to form, tracking through there, and then it continued on very tight towards Dawes, making its way and finally letting off. So that's what happened earlier with a confirmed tornado. We'll wait to see if there's any pictures, any photos, any video out there, but not good. Not good. Hopefully. And that's from this storm right now that's going through Mobile. We'll see if there's any, kind of go to, let's go to velocity, see if there's anything out there. Right now it's looking okay from a radar perspective. Still some strong winds associated with this. We'll see what that storm does as it moves off to the northeast through Mobile towards Chickasha, Pritchard, on up into Alabama. So pretty impressive today. Definitely got a confirmed tornado there. So let's see if I can move this. No, I don't want to do that. Let's keep that full screen. So while I'm here, I think I'll go over and check. Let me try. What can I got here for? What happens if I do that? Anyway, gonna have to work on. Jumped on here so quick. Not able to check any models at the moment, but actually might be able to look at some stuff here. So let's see what we can do. Let's not do that. Let's look at our let's see, categorical. We're going to look at the day 2 for categorical. See if that pulls up right here. Try that again. Outlooks. Tornado. Day 2. And slight tornado day 2. Let's see, are they showing up? Yeah, they're showing up. Can't see it very well. I'll have to zoom out here. So, got too many things on here. Let me go ahead and switch this over maybe on my control panel. Perhaps we'll see this better.
Oh, gotcha.
As we move over to here it is. Let's go satellite. There we go. You can see it potentially a little bit better. So this is what we have in store for tomorrow. And we got this 10% hatched. Let's go ahead and look at that. This is what they got in store for tomorrow. That's a lot. I'm not going to read all of this. Basically, what it says here in the middle, there's a mix of semi-discrete supercells and linear organized Boeing segments, which has the potential, let's see down here, it says the potential for strong tornadoes with any established supercellular elements. So that's the situation for tomorrow. That's why we've got a handful. That's why we have more than a handful. We have a bunch of storm chasers making their way down to let's just switch this over to just the day 2, see if that works better. Maybe that comes out a little bit. We got an enhanced risk for tomorrow that covers a huge portion of Louisiana, big swath of Mississippi, and it even makes its way over into Alabama. And then you got the slight that goes clear out as well. So would love to be down there chasing, but can't make it down there. I know right now Freddie McKinney and Alex Riesel have teamed up and they're heading down. Looks like it's going to be a big day tomorrow. So for radar at the moment, I've got the full CONUS. Let's just go ahead and let's see, let's go to singular. Actually, let's go to full CONUS at the moment and just kind of look around. So here's a line of thunderstorms coming across the southeast, making its way across, occasionally doing some interesting stuff like dropping occasional tornado. Now let's go ahead and animate this. You can see a system up here in Iowa. No real snow associated with this stuff right now, but it's actually pretty warm. Let's see what's going on over here on the western side of things. Let's go ahead and go to precipitation type. Let's see, do we have that on this? Winter weather, there we go. Any snow out there? There's a cold front, looks like it's working its way across Nebraska, South Dakota, Kansas. There's a little low pressure here in the Panhandle, Dodge City area. Kansas City has a low. Got some warnings up here for snow up in the mountains. There's Salt Lake City, western Wyoming, Idaho. Winter storm warnings with looks like some snow. Something we have not had out here in the plains, the Central Plains. But the models are showing maybe something going into Monday, Tuesday. Might get a little snow action out here in South Dakota. and Nebraska. Okay, so it looks like we have an occluded front, I think is the color of that right now, set up. So good luck to our storm chasers as they head down here tomorrow. I'm probably going to have a live stream since I can't be there in person. Probably going to do some weather coverage. Definitely going to be analyzing tornado warnings, helping hopefully with the getting the word out there. The nice thing about this is Radar Mega I'm using here, and it's new to me, but I also have it set up to give me warnings by sound. So when I hear that warning, I know there's a tornado warning, and that's what alerted me to the earlier tornado warning here. Now I'm seeing, what is this symbol right here? Cyclone port. Okay, not exactly sure what the cyclone port is. I'm going to learn about that. Let's see if there was any reports. Actually, let's come up here, and I'm just kind of learning my way around here, but I wanted to check out, let's see if there's reports. Can I move this over out of your way a little bit? There you go. And see if there are any reports. I know they're on here somewhere. Statements. Okay, let's click off of that. Close this. Looking for, I don't know if that's reports. It's meso-analysis. Data. It's this one. Local storm reports. Severe. Let's go with tornado. Damaging wind. Let's check that out. Okay, now let's see if we can find our storm down by Mobile. Any reports showing up? Not seeing one. Okay. So this is the area that's shaping up for tomorrow. Let's check one other situation here. How about, let's see. Oh well, I'll do some more learning tonight. So let's go ahead and switch radars. Let's go back to reflectivity. Keep an eye on our storms down here. And I want to go with single radar. Right now I'm on full CONUS, which gives me a look at the big picture. Shows the radar activity of the entire US, which I like. But we're going to go to single site radar. When we go to single site, that'll pull us back down here to Mobile, where we have interesting storm right here. What's going on with this? Okay, so we have a, excuse me, let's go to reflectivity. We have a storm right here that looks like it's kind of wrapping here as it comes through. This is the storm, maybe a storm that's trailing behind the storm that produced the tornado. Let's keep an eye on that one right now. So we have some greens here. Let's go ahead and mark this out. So we got some greens right here going toward the radar, and then we have some reds here going away. Or maybe let me make that just a little more point. Let's say the greens are going toward and the reds are going away. And so as a result, potentially some tornado here. Seems like we have some flow coming around like this. So we'll just keep an eye on this storm as it rolls through Mobile, Alabama. Keeping an eye on it in case it would do something else. So, okay, so welcome in there, the Holy Donut. How you doing? Chasers can enable cameras in Radar Omega. Yeah, I thought so, and I'm trying to look into that a little more closely. But appreciate that tip. Do I read chat? Yes, I do, occasionally. Okay, so I am just asking. Good to see you. Chris's weather, thanks for helping out here a little bit with moderating. So we'll go ahead and watch this storm. Let's go ahead and back it up and see. So now we got another one kind of spinning up here a little bit. See how that's starting to spin up here just a little bit by Belvedere. So we're going to watch that. This is the same storm. If I back this up 50 frames, let's go back 50 frames and watch. So we had our storm form down here. Now we've got another one forming over here. Okay, so let me stop this. We're going to keep an eye on this storm right here. Just a nice close little eye on this storm right here. It seems like it's getting a little spinny as it heads towards Mobile. Here's the reflectivity. So we're very close to the radar here, which is good in a sense because it's can see what's going on down on the ground. And it's right here, apparently, where that is. Let's go ahead and maybe I'll just split screen it for now. Oops. Just do a split screen and a little comparison. Yeah, by Belvedere. So that's where we've got just an interesting formation happening. Real-time storms. Yes, we are closely monitoring for tomorrow. It's definitely something to closely monitor. So look at this on reflectivity now. It's getting a little bit of a notch here. It's close to the radar, so it's hard to see it, but it's definitely looks like it's forming a notch. I don't know if it's going to amount to anything, but the way things are going today, nothing would surprise me. So right here, just kick this off. So it looks like we have an open area with maybe potentially some inflow coming in here. And then we got some RFD like pushing around the side. Mostly outflow down here on the bottom, but we'll see if that starts to curl back in. That's storm relative velocity, high res, there we go. That's what we're looking at. It was spinning a little more, but right now it's not really doing a lot, but we're just going to keep it locked in right there. Looks like we got 41 people watching now, so welcome in today. Okay, we got a warning. Got a warning coming in. Got a tornado warning. We do have a tornado warning. Let's see if it's for our storm here at Mobile. And zoom out for a minute and see. Oh, it's up here. Alright, so we got a tornado warning for near Waynesboro. Let me get on the right radar for that. I was not keeping sorry about that, but I was not really aware of that. So here's our storm, kind of in between our radars right now. Let me find the closest radar. But you can see there is a couplet here at Waynesboro. Uh-oh, I've got an invader.
There you go.
Oh, he got me in the mouth. Got me in the mouth. What do you say there, guy? We got a puppy here, okay? We got a puppy intercept. Right at tornado time. Yep, you're gonna have to take her.
She has to go outside.
Let me switch radars real quick.
Can you hold her real quick?
Yeah, I can hold her. Bring the caller in here.
There you go.
All right, let's get a. Here's the storm that's tornado warned. There we go. Right there.
Alright.
Yeah. There you go. There you go. So we had a little visitor there. But here's our storm. Got a couplet, so let's look at it on velocity, reflectivity as well. That's the storm that's spinning up to our north. Looks like they had a tornado warning here. And then they tornado warned it in the next county. Let's see what the warning says. Radar indicated. But you can see on reflectivity there's a little bit of a curl on this storm. Let's go ahead and change that to velocities. There we have it. Oh, look at the new update. Much tighter couplet here. And go ahead and inspect that real quick. Yeah, we've got gate to gate, 21 miles per hour, one direction, and 23 miles per hour the other direction. Pretty good rotation on this storm right now. Much better looking signature. Let's go ahead and see where that is located. So this is located currently at Wootton Dean Road, heading for Whistler. Now, is this Alabama? Zoom out. Yeah, this is Mississippi. So Whistler, Mississippi, just west of Waynesboro, Mississippi, heading for Whistler. Potentially a tornado. Let's see what the latest, still radar indicated on the warning. So headed for Highway 84 between Pleasant Grove and Whistler. See if there's any more communities. Van W.H. Road. You are in the path. So right now, still has a pretty good signature on it. And it is tracking northeast. Let's go ahead and read the warning real quick. It's tracking northeast at 25 miles per hour. It's located over Mill Creek, 25 miles east of Laurel. So there we have it. New tornado warning in progress. Shibuda, you are also near this, and Matherville. So we'll just keep an eye on this. But radar indicated potential tornado in progress here in Mississippi, just east of Laurel, Mississippi, about to cross Highway 84. So if you are in the vicinity of this, take cover now. Headed for West King, Boyce, Hewanee. All of these areas, we have a storm, supercell, that can potentially produce a tornado here. Here's the latest scan. I'm going to do a quick check here just to see if any potential damage. Yeah, not. Just do this real quick. See if there's any. Not really anything showing much that can. Okay, let's go back to our velocities. Here's the latest on the storm. Okay, so we have a potential tornado. So far, just radar indicated. I don't have any reports of a tornado. Okay, so I'm checking, so click on the icon on the right of the square at the bottom, you get the screen. You can draw a storm track. Okay, not quite, I'll have to research that one a little bit. Okay, new tornado warning. Let me zoom out here, because make sure there's not one somewhere else. First I'll check my alerts. There's 2 tornado warnings. One for Jones, Mississippi, and one for Wayne, Mississippi. Okay, so where is the second one? Let's see if that's all in this area. Let's see Jones. Sometimes the news. So we got a severe thunderstorm warning now up to Meriden. Let me just zoom out here. Take a little inspection. Okay, so we got a tornado warned storm. Uh-oh, I'm getting a call from the man. Hello? Okay, I can change that right now. Okay. Yeah, let me get over there. Okay. All right. Yeah, but wow, this is quite the signature we have here. So I gotta do some do a little work here on the stream. Let's go ahead and go back to studios. Let's see, change my title real quick here. Content. Let's see. Go ahead and change. Okay, just had to do a quick quick update here on what the title of excuse me, title of my stream and description. But anyway, so we're all over this storm right now that's heading for Waynesboro. Definitely has an impressive look on velocities. Heading for Whistler right now, in progress, crossing Highway 84, heading towards some roads here. Hale Clark Road, some other small roads, but definitely communities. I'm sure there's a lot of houses out there, so if you're watching, definitely spread the word here. This is heading up now towards Hiwanee, and looks like it's going to track up that way toward West King and Highway 45. So we have a radar indicated tornado signature that's heading through Mississippi right now, just tracking right on through rural areas, but definitely lots of communities seem to be in the area as well. So if you're in the path of this, take cover. I'm just zooming out here to look around, make sure there's no other warning that I'm missing. Okay, and this is right in the area for tomorrow for the enhanced risk. So looks like today definitely would have been a good day to be down there as a storm chaser. As we have storms. There was a tornado reported earlier, not too long ago, maybe about an hour ago, south of here on another storm, but this environment is juiced up and ready to go. So let me get over here and see. Did I save that? Let me make sure I saved this. Yeah. Okay, back to here. All right, looks like got some new folks in here. Austin Camp. Possible CC drop. Yep. So let's get this going. Am I updated? Doesn't seem like this is moving real fast. Let me look here just briefly at the coalition coefficient. So it does seem to indicate right there. So that, not a big signature, but right in there looks like radar is picking up what could be some debris, so there might have been a tornado there as we're examining that right there. So let's hope there was no damage with that. That's on the coalition coefficient here. This will pick up objects in the air. The radar will pick up solid objects, and looks like there might have been a brief tornado. Cannot confirm that, but you can see it was in this area of rotation. Let's go ahead and as we back this up right there. I know that's kind of scattered, but this go ahead and click off of that. Right there is where that's matching up with potential debris. So Zengen, good to see you. Austin Camp. Yeah. And Delano Arthur. Guess what, Delano Arthur? My middle name is Arthur as well, so I like your middle name. And that's Freddie's middle name too. Maybe I shouldn't give that information out, but hey, Zengen. Okay, so back to the storm. Let's go ahead and see what it's doing. Okay, still has rotation on the storm. It's tracking northeast up through Mississippi. This is a northeast tracking storm. It's one that's pretty predictable. And so if you are a storm chaser, Highway 45 would be a nice place to set up. But if you're in a house, you better be taking cover or making plans. Because this I'm going to say likely put down at least a brief tornado at some point. But it's not a big cell, but it's definitely packing some punch. Heading up here to Shibuya and Matherville. Any other towns in here? Haiwani. And then as you zoom in, there's definitely some communities here. So looking at it right now, still rotation on the storm as it tracks northeast. Still rotating. Just want to do a little examination myself here. Yep, gate to gate. Definitely gate to gate shear on this. Click off that. I'm going to look at a second radar to get another look. Let's look from this radar over here. Now there's a different look from a different radar. And that would be from up here at Jackson. So Jackson radar. Again, here we have, let's go, we got the greens going toward Jackson and we got the reds going away. Definitely rotation on this storm according to the Jackson radar. And since we have the Jackson radar, I want to switch on over to, let me cut off this. Again, I want to examine this storm and just see what we had. That's an exact location there from Jackson. Shows potentially could have been a little bit of debris there. I just want to back that up a little bit and see. Okay, let's go ahead and close it off. Examining this from the Jackson radar right there. Looks like there might have been some debris in there. I'm not the best at reading this type of radar, but just based on what I see here, I would say there was very possibly a tornado associated with that storm. Looking at the the reflectivity, quite a few, not a big storm, but it definitely got strong. Had 62 dBZs, 63 dBZs right there. So some hail, potentially small hail with this storm as well. Now let's get back to our high-res velocities. Okay, there's a current look. Still have rotation on this storm. Still happening. So we're going to stay locked in on it. So if you are in the vicinity of Haiwani, West King, we have a tornadic supercell that's heading your way. It's tracking up towards you now with potentially a tornado on the ground. It's not confirmed. Let's see if the warning says, yep, observed tornado now. I didn't catch that. So it says at 3:15, a confirmed tornado was located 6 miles east of Mill Creek, moving northeast at 30 miles per hour. Confirmed tornado. Source, radar confirmed. Okay. This says, that said observed tornado. So the Mobile storm, yeah, I need to jump down and look at that. That Mobile storm was, let's just take a quick peek down here at Mobile, see what's going on. Let's go with full reflectivity. Coming through right here. That storm coming through Mobile. Let's see, yeah, it's starting to, we got some greens and reds there on that storm. It's starting to punch through the east side of Mobile, so we will keep an eye on that storm as well. Bumping back up here to our storm between Shubuta and Waynesboro. We have a storm that's produced an observed tornado, radar indicated as well. Likely a tornado associated with this. Definitely some high winds, potentially damaging winds associated with it at a minimum, especially right in this tight rotation. New scan doesn't look as scary for sure, but it still shows reds and greens. So this storm is potentially just cycling. You know, it could continue to form. Let's go ahead and look at another radar look though. Let's see what's the best radar. Do we have one? This one's a little far away, but Alabama radar, can't really see much from there. Let's go down here to Mobile. There we have it from the Mobile radar. Still definitely showing some rotation. Kind of scattered right here though. So we got a scattered look on the radar. So we're going back up to the Jackson radar, and that's probably our best look right there. So we're kind of in between radars here, not getting the best look from a radar signature, but definitely have a storm that's capable of producing a tornado. So we got live coverage here. This just all came out of the blue. Wasn't planning to go live today, but decided to jump in, and especially when I started getting tornado warnings on my alerts on my computer here, looked like there was a need to go live. I'm going to come up here and look at these severe thunderstorms up here by Meriden. Just take a look at those real quick. Let's see if we got a closer radar to inspect those. Not really. The closest one is Jackson. We also have a radar up here. Just want to check these storms out, and then we'll head on down to Mobile and see how our storm's doing coming through Mobile right now. Let's go ahead and go to reflectivity. So there is a strong cell coming through Mobile, so we're going to keep an eye on that one. See what it does as it moves along through Alabama. Yeah, let's see, where is it? Alabama. Yeah, it's heading toward Alabama right now, but this one's in Mississippi. So what do we got? Waynesboro. Here's our tornado warned storm. Okay, here's our tornado warned storm right now. Not quite as tight a signature as it was earlier. So there's Zen Jen, welcome in. Franklin Edward, how you doing? And Courtney Flake. Courtney, you are in a slight risk tomorrow. So if you're in a slight risk for tomorrow, then you have a chance of seeing a tornado tomorrow. Okay, we got another little spike here, on at least on the radar, on our storm that is heading toward Shibuya and Matherville. So I kind of want to look at this from Mobile as well, see what it looks like. Mobile's just getting too far out of reach, so we're going to stay locked in here on the Jackson radar. We'll go ahead and keep an eye on this tornado warned storm just north between Shibuya now and Waynesboro. If we zoom clear in, we've got West King and Haiwani. That's where the storm is located, and looks like we've got, let's go ahead and stop our radar. Just see if we've got, so we've got 29 miles per hour on 6, 8, little bit of gate to gate, nothing crazy, but definitely rotation. So we've got greens and reds, but not a very insane look at the moment, thankfully, but still worthy of a tornado warning. Okay, so Holy Donuts in northeast Alabama. Probably potentially see some action tomorrow. And Courtney says she is in northwest Alabama. Yeah, I kind of wished I lived in lived in Alabama at least for a day or two, so I'd be close to these storms and be able to chase them tomorrow. I love chasing in Dixie, we call it, and Just love chasing down there. I love the challenge. I've seen a couple amazing tornadoes down there. Some that I really wished I didn't see, but so I know Freddie McKinney and Alex Riesel are en route right now for Mississippi tomorrow, and I think they have Julesburg is in their sights for tomorrow. Well, this storm still has good rotation. This cell just does not want to back down on us. So we're going to go ahead and keep this. Matter of fact, why don't we back it up another? Let's go with 14 frames. Then we can kind of see how things are developing there. Appreciate everyone joining in here, Plains Weather Media. If you don't mind, go ahead and drop a like on the stream. Would appreciate that if you haven't done so yet. And the plan is to go live tomorrow as well. So go ahead and click that subscribe button and also hit notifications so you'll know when we go live. So hopefully I'm hoping to have a live chaser tomorrow on the stream. So that would be awesome. But right now we have potential of a tornado. Let's go ahead and pause this. Here we have rotation very close to West King and Haiwani. This storm had an observed tornado earlier on it. Still in a tornado warned polygon, and it's tracking northeast, looking like it's still capable of dropping a tornado. Now up here to the north, going to keep an eye on these storms as well, because one of them might wrap up. We're also going to just keep an eye down here near Mobile. Let's go ahead and pop on there real quick. And I'm going to have to take off the slight risk stuff because it's starting to mess me up. So this storm down here, just kind of a broad looking rotation on this storm. Broad looking rotation. Let's see what reflectivity shows. Nothing major, just some broad rotation. So we'll watch this storm as it continues to track. Now down here, coming off of the Gulf, we got a nice cell coming in. We'll have to see what that'll do once it gets on land. These storms down there today has kind of had a history. We had a tornado earlier down here to the south and west of Mobile. That's what got me on the stream today. And Court the Brave, good to see you. Good to see you. So let's look at the velocities. Okay, look offshore right here. Look at this. Look at the rotation here. Let's just go. Let's do this. Let's go with 7 frames. Let's see if this little thing is rotating out here. Yeah, look at it rotate down here offshore. So we have a rotating storm. Oh, no, don't want to do that. Click off? No, click on. Anyway, things kind of going crazy here. Let's do that again. We have a rotating storm, and I'm just trying to drag. How did I? Okay, shut that off. Got something turned on that I don't want turned on. There we go. So we got a rotating thunderstorm that's making its way from offshore and definitely rotating. Water spout potential with this storm. But as it gets on shore, you can see the atmosphere is just kind of primed for rotation. Let's get back up to our tornado warning storm here. Where's the Jackson radar? Let's see. There we go. Clicked off of the wrong thing. Find our tornado warning storm here. And let's see, I want to look at real quick at reflectivity. So there's a storm north of that up here by Whitman. Looks like it could have a little rotation on it. So now let's go back to velocities up here by Whitman. These little cells, small but potent today. Small but potent. And up here also in our severe warned storm. Never know when one of these is just going to take off. It just seems like the wind shear today is in a good place to cause problems. So now as our storm tracks across Highway 45, it's a little more, either the radar is more scattered and it's not easily picking it up, or it's just kind of breaking up a little bit. Let's hope for the folks up there that it's just kind of breaking up a little bit. Let's take another look from the Mobile side. See, well, we've got from Mobile, we've got some rotation. Let's just hold it right there for a minute. All right, guys, I'm just going to leave it on that. Let's see. How about our storm coming from offshore, since we have this radar here? Watching that, let's look at Mobile. There was a storm that's interesting down here. Just really broad, some real broad rotation. Okay. Okay, I'm going to leave you on that one for just a moment. I'm going to step out and get some coffee refreshers. So it looks like we got 115 people watching. Appreciate that. If you're just tuning in, please grab or hit that like button. Appreciate that very much. Helps the stream. Looks like we got 77 likes. All right. Thank you very much. Got some folks in here. Franklin. Julian the Weatherman. You are in an enhanced risk tomorrow. Well, get ready, Julian. Chris's weather. Court the Braves and Jen. Okay, I'll be right back. I need to refill. Get some coffee. How's our storm doing? Crossing the road. 45, crossing the road. Okay, be right back. Okay, guys, I'm back. Sorry about that. But I had to get some coffee. That's my version of hydration, is brewed coffee. Anyway, so the story today, now where's my glasses? Here we go. I wasn't planning to go live, but I started getting tornado warnings on my, let's see, I got an alert here. Let's see where we got. Still just one tornado warning. But started to get alerts and saw that there wasn't anyone out there covering, so I decided to just fire up a stream. And especially we had a tornado down there southwest of Mobile, so decided to cover that. Right now our storm still has the rotation on it as it's crossing the road. Now it's heading toward Matherville. New tornado warning now on this storm, which includes Matherville, Evansboro. New tornado warning on this storm. Clear out to Paragon, Water Valley. So Hurricane Road, Warbler Lane, you're in this tornado. Coit Road, John Allen Road, Matherville, Frost Bridge Road. You are in this tornado warning on this storm. Now the rotation is again looking to be a little more robust. As it moves along. Let's see if there's anything, going on. With the potential for debris. Up, the puppy's up again, so puppy on the ground. So looking at coalition coefficient, just not really seeing anything there, but it's also pretty far away, so which might indicate that. So here's one thing I want to point out. Let's look at this on reflectivity. You see that storm there? Just looking at that on reflectivity doesn't look very tornadic. Now let's go to velocities. So this is a tornado warned storm. Now this storm is a decent ways from, let's see, let's try this, from the radar. So this storm is, how far away? Where's the 89 miles, 88 miles away from the radar. I'm going to go ahead and take this. So 89 miles away from the radar. Let's talk about that. But actually we're coming from the Mobile radar. Let's see how far away it is from Mobile. And this is where we're getting our radar data from. 80 miles about, approximately, yeah, 80 miles away from the radar. So radar can only see so far down to the ground. I'm going to click that off now. Can only see so far down to the ground. So what we're seeing here is not very low to the ground. So it's picking up this rotation. you know, several thousand feet up in the air, but it's not really seeing it as if it was right down there close to the Jacksonville radar, which I'm going to click on for a moment and see what Jacksonville can see. This is what Jacksonville radar is showing us about this storm. But I'm sure National Weather Service, they're taking their look from Jacksonville. They're also looking from Mobile, and then this, I don't think you can see anything from over here at Montgomery, but no, you can't really see anything. So radar can only do so much. Here's Jacksonville, and they're both about the same. They're both about 80 miles away. So to see the rotation up here, pretty impressive storm right now, but that's why it's so important to have spotters on the ground, weather spotters, storm chasers on the ground to confirm things and to see what radar cannot see. That's so important. That's why storm chasers play a big role in this, in the warning system, the verification system, and then just local folks as well, and then our firefighters and police force and all that. Just good to have eyes on the ground. So look at this rotation here. Let's go ahead and just check it out. Got some gate to gate going, not real high, but we do have click off that. So this is coming from the radar in Mobile, which is way down here. While I'm down here, I want to look at this storm. So here in Mobile, we have some broad rotation. Sorry, I got off track there. I wanted to say something, but okay. Now look at our storm down here in Mobile. It's starting to curl. Along with that curl, we've got velocities. And not only do we have one there, we got a similar thing going on down here coming across this bay. I think that's the Bay of Mobile Bay or something like that. Got another storm coming through here. But we have greens coming toward the radar, which I believe is down here, and we got reds going away, so we've got a little bit of rotation here. We'll keep an eye on that rotation in case that would amount to something. So we're going to watch that. We'll see if that ends up wrapping up and producing a tornado. It's definitely rotating right there. Broad, but still. Now back up to our storm. Clear up here, so quite a ways up, about 80 miles to the north. We have a storm that's rotating with a little tighter formation on us. So kind of hard to get. Got gate to gate. Okay, there's a new tornado warning. So what do we got? We're going to see where the new tornado warning is located. Not sure where that's going to pop up. I think it's a new tornado warning. It might just be a new thunderstorm warning. Look at this down here in Mobile, though. It's looking a little more defined as far as rotation. Okay, so we got some new folks in Michael. So Michael's talking about coalition coefficient, showing different movement and debris on radar. Yes. Thank you for helping with that education process here. And Ethan, good to see you in here. Samuel, hi, how you doing? From Mississippi. Welcome in. So looks like we got 166 people watching right now as we're doing some storm coverage. This was just sort of spur of the moment, but we definitely have a tornado warned storm to our north. So let's go ahead and stay on this a little bit. So Matherville, just south of Matherville, and it is tracking out towards Evansboro and Water Valley and Paragon. So you are under a tornado warning. Now this storm has been fairly long track. It has actually produced an observed tornado way back. Matter of fact, let's go back. Let's just kind of watch this. We're going to go back. Let's go back 50 frames and see what we can see. Just see how this storm progressed. So it started clear over here. You can see it did an observed tornado. There was some debris observed potentially here south of 84. So that's where the storm began. I'm going to say it what I want to call is a long track supercell. It's not necessarily a long track tornado, but a long track tornadic supercell. And along the way, it's potentially dropped some funnels. It's dropped some tornadoes. Definitely has a history of rotating, at least, to say the least. And here's the latest scan, looking pretty good. Right now, there's just a few roads right here. So here's John Allen Road up here. We've got Matherville Frost Bridge Road 510. So the rotation is heading toward those two roads. And then it's working its way toward Evansboro, straight west, a little bit northwest of Emory. So that's our storm. See if on our alert, still just one tornado warning. And that would be this storm right here. Polyaka, hello. And Michael, a subset radar off of radar Omega. This is radar Omega, yes. Let's see here. Radar Omega. So I currently don't have my live chaser, so my template's a little bit strange today. I just went ahead and jumped into a live stream because there's been almost tornado warnings since I started 90 minutes ago. There's been quite a bit of action today so far. By the way, as somebody just walked by with a bunch of presents, or not presents, packages in their hand, Merry Christmas to everyone. Belated. Uh-oh, puppy had a little yelp there, but Merry Christmas to everyone. Hope everyone's having some time off today. And I've been enjoying lots of Christmas candy, unfortunately. Or fortunately, depending on how you look at it. But just hope everyone's having a good day. Getting ready for the big day tomorrow. So tomorrow is definitely a heads up day. Tomorrow's looking to be big. This is from the Jacksonville radar. Still showing rotation. Green's coming toward the radar, toward Jackson this way. Red's going away, so we still got rotation on this tornado-warned storm. As it tracking out this way, out to, what is that town I wrote of? Water Valley. Now it's even moving a little bit north towards Evansboro, so just keeping an eye on it. Keeping everything checked out. Back down to Mobile. There's our tornado warned storm. Also this Gilbert town. So we'll see as this moves along if this tornado warning gets extended. Now this storm has a history of already producing an observed tornado. That's all I know at the moment. I want to head down here to Mobile and look at our storm. Here we go. Now the storm here northeast of Mobile near Bromley. We got some broad rotation going on. Let's see, where's our radar at? There's our radar. So now here we got the what did I just do? Well, here we got the greens going this way, reds away from the radar. So got rotation right here, broad, but rotation nonetheless. So we're just watching it right now. Not enough to really, nothing tight. Nothing pronounced, but enough. Yeah, so Courtney says they like the suits that Freddie was in for the... If Freddie goes live tomorrow, wait till you see the get-up that he has for tomorrow. So I wanted to check on how was our storm that was offshore down here. Let's go ahead and let's not do 50 frames. Let's just go 14 frames. Let's see how it's doing. We had a little storm offshore down here that was rotating. It's making its way onshore. So water spouts happen fairly easily. You do not need a lot to get a water spout going. They just, because they already have so much moisture, it's pretty easy to pick up a water spout and get going there. Back up here to Mobile, looking at our storm here that's rotating. This broad rotation still, keeping an eye on it. Let's quickly jump over to reflectivity. So it has some nice definition to it. A little bit of an inflow here. So that's a storm that we will just see how she does. Back up here to our tornado warned storm. What's the rotation look like now? Not strong, but still a little bit there. That being said, I'm going to grab a chocolate. How's everybody doing today on this Friday? By the way, just out of curiosity, looks like we got 146 people watching now. Just kind of wondering where you're watching from, if you don't mind. Okay, so now they've adjusted the tornado warning here. Just kind of took off the back part. Right now it's a radar indicated tornado warning. It says a severe thunderstorm capable of producing a tornado was located 7 miles south of Crandall, or 14 miles northeast of Waynesboro, moving northeast at 30 miles per hour. Okay, so we've got some people we're watching here from Newcastle, Delaware. Brian, welcome in. Good to see you. Katrina from San Jose, California. Sounds like a good weather place. Chris's weather, southeastern Louisiana. Right down there close to our current weather situation. Waynesboro, Mississippi. You're doing pretty good there, Caden. That was Island Monkey, was Waynesboro, Mississippi. Caden from Northwest Arkansas. Kim M from Central Indiana. Court the Brave. Let's see, Polyaka, let's see, Texas. And Courtney Flake is, I'm in Moulton 2, and that would be, I think it's Alabama. Zen Jen from Washington State. Wow. Out there in where they're getting some snow. Court the Brave, Eastern Iowa. New Jersey for Stimpy. Good to see you, Stimpy. How you doing? Mazat from New Mexico. He's a high altitude guy, that Mazat. Island Monkey, wind chill. Wind is chill right now. And Jupton, Los Angeles, California. Okay, Jupton, welcome in from LA. You got a couple pro football teams out there, and that's a pretty cool. That's pretty cool. We don't have any pro football teams in Nebraska, so we have to find somebody else to cheer for out here. But okay, there's our tornado warned storm. 16 alerts, 1 tornado warning. And Brian Foraker. Yeah, it is great. That is awesome. We got people watching from all over. We got Life is an Adventure from Colorado Springs. And then Polyaka Mommy Oreo was born in New Mexico. Sun Cool Breeze watching from Orange County, California. Out there in potentially motocross country. They used to have a lot of motocross tracks out there. Mile High Mazat. He's our high altitude training guy. No snow for Zen. Okay, but lots of rain. Well, that's good. Yes, you need plenty of rain out there, Zen Jen. Okay. All right. And then Sun Cool Breeze. We actually had a little rain this morning, surprisingly. Wow, that's awesome. So we got near N. Is it near? Southwest Missouri. Inland from the coast for Sun Cool Breeze. All right, well, thanks for sharing that. That's pretty cool. Appreciate you joining in. We still have a tornado warned storm. It's not as scary looking as it was. Let's try this radar, see what we can see. Still has some light, still spinning, Still has some light rotate, but getting far away from the radar, so you know, that's probably a good thing because you can't really tell what's going on down on the ground that far away. But still have our tornado warned storm. Let's head down to Mobile, and our rotating storm down here still not looking scary enough to give it a severe warning, let alone a tornado warning apparently. So we'll just look at the reflectivity on that storm. It does have a bit of a classic look, but just not all that strong. DBZs are not very strong on this storm, not very powerful. And then we got our storms coming in from offshore, even though it's taken them a while to get on shore. But once it gets here, maybe it will do some rotating for us. So right now things are somewhat quiet. We do not want to forget about this tornado warned storm. It's still rotating. Let's see what it does as it moves along. I really appreciate everybody joining today. Appreciate the support. Best way to support the channel today is just give us a like, and if you want to see some more content, hopefully tomorrow I will be live covering the storms. Since I can't be down there personally, I am a storm chaser. I do have another YouTube channel. It's called John McKinney Storm Chaser. I've been storm chasing for about 10 years or longer maybe. So I have a lot of experience storm chasing, but not as much experience on weather coverage. So I'm just kind of dipping my toes into that right now, the weather coverage thing. So if you can't be out chasing the storm, the next best thing is to be covering the storms. But tomorrow, I have a friend of mine, a fellow storm chaser named Mike Delane, and we might hook up together to do a little bit of, we were going to chase together. We were going to head down there, but had some circumstances come up, not able to go, because it's pretty far down there. You know, we're talking 14 hours of travel from Nebraska down to lower Mississippi. So a little hard to make the journey. It's pretty much a 3-day thing, so just wasn't able to carve it out this time. So here's our storm. Let's go ahead and see how it's faring. As you can see, it definitely had more rotation. It's 14 frames. Let's go ahead and look at it. Let's go back 50 frames and see how she... You can see it was rotating down here, tracked across, got out of the radar a little bit, picked up again. Now I just noticed something on that last scan. Let me see, that this storm looks like it's starting to back up. I don't anticipate it getting tornado warned again. Let's see what we can see from Jackson. Yeah, still some broad rotation. The moment not too threatening, but now I'm starting to see something down here right in the same place where the other one was. Starting to get a little rotation on this storm. So let's look at that for a second on the reflectivity. This storm down here, okay, got a new tornado warning. Okay, there's 2 tornado warnings. Perry, Mississippi, 49 minutes ago. This one's up at Wayne and Alabama, and Wayne, Mississippi. So let's see. Right down here we have a new tornado warning. Let's go down to the Mobile radar. Is this the one? Let's see. Just want to zoom out, make sure I'm not missing something. Anyway, I have not seen this tornado warning yet, so let's check this out. Here we go. We've got a little couplet back here forming on this line storm south of Wiggins. A new storm. Let's go ahead and click on the radar and get an update of what's going on. It's a radar indicated storm. A severe thunderstorm capable of producing a tornado was located over Perkinston, or 5 miles south of Wiggins, moving east at 20 miles per hour. Radar indicated. Here's our storm. Let's back it up 14 and let's see what. Yeah, it's just starting to get going on the rotation side of things. So we got a new tornado warning storm heading for White's Crossing, India. I don't know if that's a road. So it's coming to 10 Mile Church Road. Liberty Hill Church is in the path. King B Road, Wonk Road. Okay, these are the communities. The communities south of Wiggins. You are under a tornado warning. Big Level. White's Crossing. So there's a new tornado warned storm. Let's see, do we still have two? We still have two in the box. So I'm going to zoom out, keep an eye on our one up north. That one's starting to wane, so I imagine that tornado warning is going to go away. So now we're focused down here west of Mobile on a new tornado warned storm. All right, welcome in. So Matthew Jumper Broadcasting. Okay, so we're just keeping an eye on this storm. So 166 people watching right now. Appreciate that. Please remember to go ahead and tap that like button. That helps. That's one way you can support the stream. Currently have 127 likes, so this is kind of a new weather coverage channel, so appreciate that. So we're just going to keep following this. Decided to jump on today. Didn't see anyone else weather covering. So you guys keep an eye on this. It's heading to the DeSoto Forest, National Forest. So we've got a new tornado warned storm in progress. I'm going to go get a little bit of coffee refresher, and I'll be right back. Say hi. Let's go say hi. Just a quick hello from Nova. This is Nova. Yep. Trying to give a puppy kiss there. She's just kind of woke up and is very, very active. So she's going to have to go outside, and I'm going to take her over to the folks who will be taking her outside. But she just wanted to come say hi to everyone, and she wishes you a Merry Christmas and a Happy New Year. So there she is. Oh wow, look at our signature now here. Got a couple little dueling couplets there on our storm, so let's go ahead and zoom in on this and see what is happening. This is really cool, but not so good. So here we've got a tornado warned storm. Let's see what just happened. A new scan coming in right there. That just kind of got my mind. So here's our tornado warned storm. Get my glasses on, that will help. Headed towards White's Crossing, Highway 26. So you have a rotating thunderstorm that is tornado warned. Currently radar indicated, not an observed tornado at the moment, but this is a storm that is capable of producing a tornado. So heads up if you're on the Big Fork Road, Hatton Cemetery Road, Melton Hatton Road, Miles Cemetery Road, and let's see, Bluff Creek Road. You better make plans, take shelter, don't fool around with this. These storms have been producing tornadoes today, so okay, so Holy Donut wants me to look at a cell down south. I will take a look. Down here maybe. This storm down here has been rotating for quite a while. This is the one that we're currently keeping a big eye on right here. Let's go ahead and do some inspecting. Got some, not a lot, but we do have, definitely have rotation. Definitely have rotation. Okay, so Mr. Twister went live as well, so, but he's in the chat and he's listening. Let's zoom out a little bit for perspective. So this storm is heading through the DeSoto National Forest and just tracking straight up the line, moving towards Bendale, and all of this is west of Mobile. And this is in Mississippi, I believe. Yes, Mississippi, south of Hattiesburg. Let's see, our storm up north. I think the tornado warning, let's see, do we still have, they still have the tornado warning on our storm up north. Let's just do a quick check from Jackson on this storm. Not as concerned with this storm up here at the moment, or any of these storms up here at the moment. It seems to be more of the action is down here, so we'll get on our mobile radar and keep an eye on this one right there. This is the storm that's in play at the moment. It's tornado warned, heading right now for White's Crossing. Tomorrow, hopefully, we can have a live chaser on here as well. I don't think there's a lot of people chasing today. I was taking a bite of chocolate. I don't know about you, but I ended up with a ton of Christmas candy. Unfortunately, I can't stop eating it. Brian Foraker. Thanks for joining. Caden, thanks for joining. Okay, so you've got some low clouds in your location. Take some good photos. Are there any storm chasers live on this storm? I don't know. I don't think so. But just as you were saying that, I wanted to move over her X-Inc. Hi John, just joined your channel. Thank you very much for joining. Appreciate that. And Grant Parker, I live in Big Level. The rotation is obvious. All right, cool. So let me check out, let's see, where am I going to do this? From control panel? No, how about from, I've got to find my storm chasers. Let's see, let's go to storm reports. I want that on. Tornado, hail. Okay. Let's go with the spotter network. See what happens when I do that. Okay, we do have, what do we have here? Tyler Clements. Uh-oh, got a new alert. I don't know if you can hear that, but we got a new alert. Oh, down here. Right there, that's the storm we've been watching coming off of the ocean, but now it is tornado warned. So we got a new tornado warning. Let's go ahead and, it's a radar indicated tornado warning. Severe thunderstorm capable of producing a tornado was located near Coden, or 5 miles south of Bayou La Batterie, moving northeast at 15 miles per hour. So we've got a new tornado warning. So this is the one that was spinning off in the Gulf. Let's go ahead and just kind of see how it was rotating out there in the ocean, potentially producing a water spout. Now it's coming on shore. And we have somebody, couple chasers out there hanging close. Bryce Shelton and hold on, and Paige Berdomus, if I can say her name correctly. And then we also potentially had a chaser, Breda Dare. So they might be in good position. You might want to check out them. Maybe they're live stream or on Twitter. They might have get to see a tornado down there. So we do have some storm chasers there in the polygon here. So there's not a lot of real estate here. If you look, let's go ahead and just see here. So from this location to about here is 8.5 miles. So there's about 8.5 miles of land, and then it's going to go into the Mobile Bay over here. But this is our land right here. That's land. The rest of this is water. So I imagine that water spouts come a lot easier than tornadoes. So I imagine there's real potential to see a tornado on this storm. Okay, so let's click off of this. Let's go back up here. Let's check out our tornado warned storm up to the north. Keep an eye on that as it's moving across Highway 26, impacting White's Crossing at the moment. That's where the rotation seems to be the most pronounced. Up to the northern part of the tornado warned box is where it seems to be a little more pronounced. So we got 2 tornado warned storms. And let's see. So I'm going to go ahead and take off something here. We'll get back to that. I've got to get off the outlooks. So severe weather, I'm going to turn off the day 2 because every time I click on something it wants to. There we go. All right, now here's our storm coming on shore. This is the new one. It's definitely a rotating thunderstorm as it's approaching the water. But let's look at this one up here because this one right now is definitely impacting communities. Not looking as strong as it did. Still, this storm continues to rotate. Check it on reflectivity. So that's this storm here, but there's another storm back here now forming, and there's more storms down the line that are coming on. They're onshore, but they're moving up, and those storms could have potential to be tornado warned as well. So look at this one on reflectivity right now. It's looking fairly classic. We're just going to back this off at the moment to 7 frames. Let's go ahead and look at it on reflectivity. Look how it was hooking out there in the sea as it was coming on. Just a nice hooking motion. Now back to the velocities. There's the current situation of this storm. Hey, Joe. Okay, so the Fairhope, yeah, there's definitely some population in some of these places, specifically up here around Mobile. So that's our current tornado warned storm. Heading for State Street, Highway 188, Bellingraph Road, Smith Road, Green Drive, all of these places. You are in the path of this tornado warned storm. So we'll see what it does once it hits the land. And we'll see what that kind of effect that has on our storm. Just keep examining it. That's what it looks like. Pretty big thunderstorm, really. Supercell coming off the water, getting ready to make landfall, potentially as a tornado. Sun Cool Breeze 2. Well, thank you for that comment, Sun Cool Breeze 2. Good to see you again. Yes. So I'll say yes. Freddie McKinney has a pretty good channel and live stream situation going. And for your information, Freddie right now is traveling with a storm chasing friend, Alex Riesel from South Dakota. Freddie's from Nebraska. And they are driving all the way down to Mississippi. Let's go ahead and zoom out and give you the perspective here. So they're driving from, they both, Alex spent the night here for a couple days. They're driving from Nebraska down here to this area. And as the bird flies, that's 773 miles. But believe me, with all the zigzags and so forth, it's a lot further than that. Anyway, Freddie's coming down to Chase tomorrow with Alex. So keep an eye out. So we got Brett Adair. He's getting right in the middle of this thing. And so he's looking for something coming off. He's fishing for a tornado, I believe. And so is this person here, Paige. They're looking to catch this thing as it comes off of the bay. It's called tornado fishing. All right, so the tornado warning is off of our storm now that's going across White Crossing. Still has some rotation on it. Let's look at it with reflectivity. Still has a nice bean look, a curl to it. It's crossing the highway right now. Definitely with that curl getting impacted with some wind shear. Let's go ahead and look at velocities a second and see what's going on up here. Yeah, so this storm is still getting some rotation, not enough that the National Weather Service determines that it needs a tornado warning anymore. So right now the focus, see if there's anything else out here. No, is on this storm right here coming on shore. Maybe we'll go out 14 frames. So that's what our storm looks like right now, coming in off of the bay. Let's see, the Gulf. Dauphin Island area. Bayou La Bretray, I can't say it, and Bellefontaine. These are the areas, but this is the storm. Awesome, 173 people watching. If you haven't done already, please go ahead and give a like and subscribe if you'd like to be a part of future content. I'm hoping to be live tomorrow. We'll see, that's the plan. And I want to do tomorrow. I anticipate it to be even more intense today. Today was kind of a surprise, but spelt that wrong. Okay, that's all right. Large waterspout making landfall very soon. Okay. Has anybody observed anything out there? So now it's coming on shore, the storm, and we'll see what does it look like for reflectivity. There it is. Looks nice. Definitely a nice strong storm. I'm going to keep an eye on it. It's currently the only tornado warned storm out there at the moment. There's been a lot of them today. A lot of tornado warnings today. So I'm located in Nebraska, where it's currently a balmy 48 degrees. That's kind of crazy for Nebraska this time of the year. We haven't had any snow or anything like that. A little bit of ice, and that's about it. Weather's just super unseasonable right now for this warm weather. But everything's wet out there. It's kind of gloomy. But really just keeping an eye on this action down here in Mississippi. Kind of zoom out to give you a perspective of where this is happening. This is all happening down there south of Mobile. I guess that's Alabama, actually. I'm sorry. I'm sorry, you Alabamans, that hopefully I did not bother you too much by calling this Mississippi, but this is Alabama. Okay, keep getting that mixed up today. I probably need to change my stream now, because before I had to change it to, why don't I just change the title to Mississippi/Alabama. So let me go fix that right now. That way I'm not misleading people. So here we go. We're going to change this to Mississippi. Oops. Alabama. There we go. This is Bama country. Now look at this. We got a warm front / cold front here. But that's a nice looking storm. Kind of a classic look. Wonder what they're seeing. Not a lot of tight rotation at the moment. They're definitely hanging out and looking for something to happen. So the storm is tornado warned. It is moving on shore. Then now if it goes back into Mobile Bay, then it might produce a water spout as it tracks into the bay. Alright, so my radar just, you know what, I must have, let's see, just click it back on. There we go. I don't know, they might be seeing something here. There's a little bit of some spiky looking potential rotation there. So let's just kind of observe here for a moment. Okay, so I changed the title. I'm going to change the description. All right, save that. Thumbnail doesn't completely match what I'm doing here today, but that's okay. Didn't have time to do anything with the thumbnail. So let's go back to live. What we got here? We got Joe, Sun Cool Breeze commenting. Brian, Four-Acre. That's where Bubba was from in Forrest Gump. Okay, that's an interesting fact. Not sure what they're seeing down here. Let's get perspective with reflectivity. Here it comes. Here we go. Kind of a strong storm. Seemed like it had more rotation when it was offshore, but never know. Right there's a little bit right there. So that's our storm. And we got another spotter beacon down here. Tyler Smith, so we'll give him a mention. So right now this is our storm, and with the radar being north, so now we've got, this is how you do it. So green's going toward the radar this way, and red's going away from the radar this way. So then our rotation is around here. And that looks a little more pronounced at the moment. So we'll see. Not sure what they're seeing. Seems like it's taken a while to get onshore. How fast is this thing moving? 15 miles per hour, so that's not very fast. There might even be some people that can run that fast. Tomorrow, I imagine the storms are going to be moving a lot quicker than that. Because tomorrow, now they've adjusted the tornado warning a little bit. Zooming out. Let's see, can I pull up a... I'm going to do this. Let me go to Google. So if I move this over, what's going to happen? Let me see if I can find... I'm just going to close this right here. By the way, I appreciate all you guys joining in. Very much so. I see Teed Rimmer was in here. Didn't notice you there, Teed. Oh, wow. One of his was up today. Not sure what you're seeing, but wanted to show you something on the models. Yeah, I'll see if you're getting... There you go. So I'm going to leave that. Let's watch the rotation here. There you go. 14 frames. Yeah. here's our storm. I'm gonna look. So now we're getting close. Which model should we show? Let's go with NAM. Continental USA, 500 millibar wind speed. And see if we can see that. All right, so that, let's go ahead and pull this back over here and full screen it like that. So you guys are seeing the storm as it's tracking on. What happens if I transition over? So while we're watching that, I want to show you something here. So tomorrow, this is what's happening for tomorrow. Let's see, let's back this up. That's Sunday. This is Saturday. So you notice this? This is a big trough coming down, dipping down into Mexico, I think even, and then catching a little of the Gulf, and then, so this would be a little, mostly a positively tilted trough, I'm gonna say. And then this wind shear around here is gonna make the storms move a lot quicker tomorrow. Let's look at 850 millibar, and that's going to be a little more of your low-level jet. Notice how it ramps up tomorrow. As the day goes on, so this is about, it's about noon, 12 o'clock. It's about 3 o'clock. See how it's ramping up down here? And then you go one more click, boom. Look over here in Mississippi. Look how much this low-level jet is increasing. So as the day goes on, the wind shear is going to be more impressive. And then up until like 9 o'clock. Look at that. So that's probably why there's potential for this tornado outbreak tomorrow, not just during the day, but into the night, into the evening and overnight. And then it just, look at that, really strong up here in Tennessee. That's something to pay attention to. Just grabbing a sounding there. I don't know if you'll see that. See what happens. This is a sounding. Oh my Lance! Look at the hodo on there. Whoa. Anyway, you can't see that very well. I'm sorry, but actually, what happens if I control this down a little bit and bring it down? Make it smaller? No. Okay. Well, let's do this. Anyway, I wanted to show you what was going on there tomorrow, but that's tomorrow. And looks to be quite impressive tomorrow. Let's go ahead and click off of that. And then I want to bring this back over here and bring it up. So here's our tornado warned storm right now. Now it's getting a little more pronounced look to the rotation, maybe. Let's look at it from a reflectivity point of view. So here's the reflectivity here. As you can see, we've got a nice curl to it. It's on the land. How's that matching up with our velocities? So we could have We could have a little tornado in here somewhere. Got some chasers up here. They've moved up north, I guess, to try to intercept it. Bryce Shelton and this Page. And then we got Tyler Smith. He's moved over, and Brett Adair into the center of it, hoping to catch it. Catherine is in Lawrence County, Mississippi, worried about tomorrow. Okay. Well, one thing to do, and I imagine you are worried, is prepare. You know, take that energy and be prepared. If you have a place where you can get below ground, maybe if you don't, maybe go to a friend's tomorrow morning. Whatever. Find a good place to take shelter, and keep an eye on the weather. You know, if you like following this channel, if I'm tracking a storm, sometimes it's a good call to, in my opinion, sometimes it's a good call, jump in a car and head south of the storm and get out of the path. But have a plan, be ready. That'll help a lot with the potential for facing these storms. Okay, I'm just going to back this off 7 frames here. Let's go with the So there's our tornado warned storm. There's currently only one tornado warning in place. So it looks like it's going to keep tracking across this little peninsula deal through Del Champs, over Baywoods Drive, Pine Top. Not sure what they're seeing, and then it's potentially going to head back out onto Mobile Bay and move northeast. Let's see, what do we have going on over here? We got a little rotating storm over here as well. Nothing major, but a little bit of rotation going on there. And it shows a little hook right here at Deep Creek. A little bit of a hook on that, which matches up with some rotation right there. Here's our rotation, these reds and greens right here, and matching up with nothing major, nothing, just something to keep an eye on. This at the moment is not looking too terribly mean. This tornado warned storm down here, not at the moment. So if you want to follow the action here tomorrow, go ahead and hit that subscribe button, turn on notifications, and we'll let you know if we go live, when we're going live. By the way, I appreciate all those new subscribers today. Definitely appreciate all those new subscribers. So it's a big support to this channel. We hope to keep bringing you some action. And for storm chasing, wasn't able to make it down this time, but looking to doing a lot of storm chasing potentially in the future. But appreciate those likes, Looks like we've got, let me refresh this here. Let me see what we got. Got 160 likes, so appreciate that. It looks like maybe we're up to, am I seeing that correctly? Are we up to 238 subscribers? So thank you very much. Appreciate that. So this is the only tornado warned storm at the moment. But there has pretty much been non-stop tornado warnings since I went on live. And how long ago was that? 2 hours ago I went live because of a tornado warning. And since then there has been non-stop tornado warned storms today. Okay there guys, sorry I was off audio for a little bit. So Joe, Wiggin storm might be warned again. Wiggin storm. CC Cat, nice job, thanks, and with prayer hand emojis. Appreciate that. Great comment. So let's see, you said the Wiggins storm. Let's see, this one, let's look at it on reflectivity. It almost probably looks better on reflect. No, it doesn't even look that great on reflectivity. So this one's kind of waning on us a little bit. It's getting a little bit, let's call it stable. Still, oh yes, here we go, up here in DeSoto. So we were looking at this earlier. Look at that, Deep Creek. Look at the curl on this storm up here. What do we have on this? Let's look at it from a reflectivity, excuse me, from a velocity point of view. It's got some rotation, nothing crazy. So, but let's see, how far away is, yeah, this is the closest radar. Interesting look right there on that. Now let's just see, let's look at it from, starting to curl around a little bit there. Let's see if that storm tightens up and up there by Deep Creek. This is up here in that same area where we had a tornado earlier today. Just right over here at White's Crossing, there was an observed tornado. All right, we'll go back to velocity. No, that's where we're at, but still looking good. Reflectivity, there you go. It's a nice look. It's getting that curl. Definitely has, when I say a nice look, you know, I like this look here where it's curling around like this. Kind of that classic hook echo type shape. As it tracks along. Let's see here. Let's watch it a little bit on. See how it holds that it's holding that hook echo shape right there as it's tracking northeast. So if it continues to get stronger with the DBZs, something we haven't looked at. Let me stop this. Let's check out. Haven't done a lot of this today. Let's look at the echo tops today. Okay, so that storm is pretty strong right now. Let's inspect that. 43,000, that's a 43,000 foot high storm. So this storm is strong. Definitely has some echo tops on that. Let's go down to our storm offshore. Now this shore, tornado warning storm here, looks like it's moving offshore. It's got a top here of about 38,000. Okay, so back to our reflect. Now look at it. It's looking nice. It's got that nice curl, hook echo shape, tracking. You know, it's tracking like this. And then this being impacted by the wind shear gets it rotating. And there's the rotation, but not outstanding, but it is rotating. It is rotating as it moves along. Alright, we still have. So now down to our storm that's moving offshore now. Sorry guys down there. I don't know that you actually saw. You might have saw a water spout, but now the storm is moving off into Mobile Bay, and I imagine this tornado warning is going to drop off here shortly. And then we might be tornado warningless for a little bit till something else decides to go. So now these storms over here, this one right here, it is rotating. Let's go on down the line. Now here's another one that's kind of rotating here at Riceville. Okay, and then you've got these storms coming. So these are tracking north. Look at this at reflectivity. It's got a little curl to it right there. Just it's curling a little bit. Maybe starting to do a little something rotation wise, but we'll just see if it can merge with some of these storms around it. It might pick up some rotation there, which seems like this is the magic spot right here, this DeSoto National Forest. Right in this area, it just seems like the shear hits them and gets them going. And so right now we have this one tracking along, beginning to rotate. Okay. I appreciate that advice, CC Cat. Veeper. Good to see you, Veeper. Okay, so oh, I see. Okay. All right. Well, I appreciate that to the mods out there for kind of keeping the chat clean. Good work. I still like this storm right here that's rotating. I find it more interesting, at least, than the one down here that's tornado warned, that's moving off to the Mobile Bay. This one up here, so how far away from the radar up there? Pretty far. So I'm going to keep it locked in here because I got a couple storms I think we can keep an eye on. This one right here and this one right here. So just going to keep it locked in here for now. And then I'm going to step out and get some more coffee. This, you can see this one down here rotating. When I say down here, I'm talking about this one down here. That one's rotating. And this one's rotating. So those are the ones that we're going to keep an eye on. So you keep an eye on them, please, for me. I'm going to step out and get a refill of coffee. And I know there's really no legitimate, at the moment, tornado warnings. But the moment I would decide to end the stream, 3 would pop up. So I'm not going to do that. So I'm going to stay live for a little while. I'm going to go grab some coffee. I'll be right back. And if you haven't done it yet, this would be a good time to head on over and hit that like button. And subscribe. Appreciate it. I'll be right back. Okay, we back. Let's see what's happening. Wow. Okay, so let's zoom in a little bit and inspect. This one up here continues to rotate, so let's look at the reflectivity. Still has that little tiny bean curl hook echo look, and then our storm down here, that little Biloxi State Wildlife Management Area, it's showing some signs of rotation as well. Let's see, I want to go to reflectivity, and that's this storm down here, and getting a little more isolated. This one though, definitely. So we're just watching them. They're small, but can be mighty. How about our storm over here that was tornado warned? Still tornado warned, so nothing amazing at the moment. Okay, so while that's happening, I think I'm going to drag this over here, and I'm going to see what the forecast is. Hey Stimpy, thanks. I'm back. So I'm going to let me go to the Storm Prediction Center, and I'm going to see if there's anything. I'm looking at mesoanalysis. Actually, I'm just going to go to MDs. There are no MDs out. See what the outlook for today is. Still have a marginal in place, 2% for tornadoes. Just reading the forecast. So it says another strong upper trough that is now over North Texas will graze the same area late this afternoon. Excuse me, possibly resulting in a reinvigoration of convection across the southeast Mississippi, southwest Alabama. The air mass has been slow to recover, with mid-60 dew points restricted to areas, just a few rows of counties. Okay, so there's not a lot there forecast wise. Let's see what the triple R brings us. Take a quick look. Pretty much shows for tonight the last hurrah, so to speak, being right down here in Mobile. So I think what we're seeing is potentially the beginning of the end. So not a lot to report on. let's see, let's just go to reflectivity here. We've got this storm and it's gotten weaker. Okay, we still have this line over here. This one up here that has a nice little curl to it. Other than that, not a whole lot. So I'm just going to keep an eye on these storms for a little bit. And if everything looks like the coast is clear, then we might just take a little break from it. Still like this one up here. Just what's it near? Near Benjo and Merrill, Advent, Event. And it's got just a little bit of rotation on it. That one right there is probably about the closest thing to anything of actually doing something. Awesome. So we're going to watch this one a little bit as it rotates its way off into the sunset. With that nice look. And if it picks up, we'll be right here to capture it. Okay, so we got Central Illinois EAS 2025 says high storm centric. Whoa! Is that the storm centric? That is the storm centric. How you doing there, bud? Storm centric might even be live tomorrow. So if you're just tuning in, Storm Centric, we had tornado warnings for several hours today. Several hours today. And just kind of started popping up on my computer. So right now, no tornado warnings. The last one that was tornado warned was this storm down here. And actually, once it lifts up here, I'll keep an eye on it. But we're just about to say so long. We're watching this one a little bit. Anyway, we had multiple tornado warnings. There was a couple storms that actually produced tornadoes, apparently. There was observed tornadoes, and radar seemed to indicate that as well with correlation coefficient. But at the moment, things are quieting down and winding down. So kind of watching this one as it twirls a little bit down here by Howison, not sure how you say it. Saucer. That one and this one up here are the only two that seem to have the potential, but this area up here is where seems to be a hot spot. What I'm saying, I'm talking about this area right in here seems to be where stuff gets going. Trying to see, yeah, right there, that one right there. How far away is it from? Still has the nicest little look of the day, not day, but of the moment. Let's see what Jackson radar has to show. Jackson's too far away to give us a reading. So I just took a brief look at Triple R. Matter of fact, let's just transition over and look at that for a second. But as you can see, it looks like everything's just kind of crashing down here at Mobile. It's really getting all just pushed down. So I think we are about done for the day. Let's see here. Let's refresh this one more time. And this little storm right here, I just don't want to let it go, but that's our storm right there by event. The problem is this storm is not real strong. If it was a little stronger, I think it could definitely produce, and that's maybe not a problem. That's more of a blessing than it is a problem. Oops, hit the wrong thing. Let's go down here to Echo Tops. And it's, there we go. So it's got a little bit of height to it. 38,000. It's just not quite big enough. Thank you, Stimpy, for putting in the channel there for Storm Centric. A little too late, Mike. Yeah. Actually, I should. What I should do is look at the one down here. Now that's strong. Let's look at that. That's 45,000 foot top. 46,000 foot top. Is that the one that's rotating a little bit as well? Yeah, that's the one that's got a little bit on it. So that one, this one's a little tighter, but anyway, they're both not much there. And here you're looking at that, and I didn't. Here's what I was looking at. Echo Tops. So the man behind Storm Centric, he's actually a pretty awesome, a really awesome storm chaser. Actually, the guy I was going to go chasing with down in down south, but it didn't work out today. So anyway, I think I'm going to go ahead and call her quits for the moment. If something goes crazy like it did earlier today, I'll jump back on, but for now, better take a break. Sure was nice having everybody in here tonight, this afternoon. Hope you continue to enjoy the Christmas break and as you get ready for New Year's. Tomorrow's a big day. we'll see how it turns out. Hopefully everyone will stay safe, stay weather aware, stay alert, have a plan, be ready to go. But we're going to sign off for tonight, and we'll just trust that these storms will behave themselves the rest of the evening. But thank you for joining. Take care, God bless, and we will catch you on the next one. Okay.